Hey guys, Adman here, back from a little bit of a personal hiatus. I was hoping I could return to you guys in live form, but I realized while I was writing up my script for my next review, I had an introduction that was taking up a few pages or so. Yeah, I really like this game series, and I guess my fanboyism got the better of me. So to avoid boring the hell out of everyone with an overly long review, I figured I would just make this video as a general introduction to the series, and in turn keep my next video from being too long and too boring. So, without any further delay, here's the Super Robot Taisen series. Now this is a great lineup of games made by the Japanese game company Banpresto, who, by the way, you should expect to hear that name a lot more in my future reviews. It brings together some of the best mech anime series into some very fun games. Now, some of you may or may not have heard of this series, as there have been a few English releases, but not with a lot of advertising behind them. They're called the Original Generations, and I'm not a huge fan of them, and I've never actually played them. Yeah, I'm sure that while the gameplay is good, especially if they use the same basic game engine as the regular series, the Original Generation series are original creations of Banpresto itself, and yeah. They're not exactly the most interesting of the bunch, and well, don't get me wrong, some of them are pretty cool, I think, and some of their mechs are pretty damn awesome. But that said, they are all just creations of the major tropes found in better mech animes. So while it's nice that these guys remind me of some of my favorite anime characters from the past, I kind of want to play as those characters, not these guys.
I mean, let's face it, folks, do you think the original Super Smash Bros. Would have been successful as it is now if it wasn't just a big crossover of all of our favorite Nintendo characters? No, it would have just been another average fighting game. Why did DC and Marvel create the Justice League and the Avengers, or had their big DC vs. Marvel event back in 1996? It's because they knew what we wanted to see. Characters who have long histories being able to interact and work off each other, whether it be confrontational or through camaraderie.
And that's what the non-original generation Super Robot Taisen games deliver. For a lot of us, our first anime were mech anime. For me, it was Voltron. For others, it may have been Robotech. In the end, we really just always wanted to see this kind of thing. Our favorite anime from the past coming together in a dream collaboration. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten these games stateside due to licensing issues. While Nintendo owns the licenses to all of its characters in Super Smash Bros., Atlas USA hasn't had as much luck. It's especially hard when some of these series have and probably never will come stateside. So all we can rely on are the original Japanese versions of these games. On that note, I've been kind of on the fence on whether or not I should review these games, considering as of the time of this review I have not found any English patches, at least for the games I've played. These are very text heavy, so for those who don't know a lot of Japanese, these might not be the games that everyone can get into. But then again, for those who do watch my reviews, chances are you haven't taken at least a few Japanese classes, I would hope. Hell, if I can encourage more Japanese majors like myself, then that in itself it would be a great thing. Even if that's not the case, it's not hard to find guides on GameFAQs.com that explain basic game mechanics and give story summaries. Above all else, this is just a great game series that I want to review. So there. So look forward to my first review of this series coming soon. Till then, here's my invisible hats off to you guys.